Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Joanne and this is To Crochet Curious. Today we are talking size inclusive. And me and my good dress form friend Heidi, because she's hiding underneath some material, uh, she and I are going to show you my size inclusive finished object. Woohoo! And we're going to talk about this pattern and how appropriately sized it is. Now, when I started this, I told you that I was not sure this was going to be, um, properly sized as it was scaled up. And honestly, I don't think it is. I'll talk it through with you and then see what we come up with. So this pattern is the Cosmos blouse. This is a free pattern on Hobie, and it's made for sizes extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL, 3XL, and 4XL. It's a beginner skill level, and it was a very simple make. I had a little problem getting started with the yoke and making the pattern come out right, but once I got that down, it wasn't bad. So, let's see. The gauge, let's see how my gauge is. I didn't check that. So 6 V-stitches equals 10 centimeters. So I've got a measure tape here. So let's see how the centimeters work out. 6 V-stitches. 6 V-stitches. That's the wrong end. That's interesting. This is a beach body. A beach body measure doesn't have the first 21 centimeters on here. So I'll just pick a spot. I'll go from 30 centimeters to 40 centimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the beginning of the 6th V-stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm actually doing 5 V-stitches for 10 centimeters. 10 rows is 10 centimeters. So let's see. Got a lot of hair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So from the green to 30. So from the green to the blue. So I am off by 1 centimeter for 10 rows. So my gauge is off a little bit. So maybe that's why I came out so wrong, but it's really wrong. So I guessed, because it doesn't tell you what size a 2XL is, but I thought I would be a 2XL. And what it says here is for a 2XL that I would be doing a bust width of 90 centimeters. Let's see. 22 and 90 is 112 centimeters. Really? So that means my bust width for my size should be that wide? Maybe it is. Huh. I think it's a little crazy, but what do I know? The length is 40. For my size would be 55 centimeters. So 55. So this would be 77. And that is roughly what I've got here. I've got 81 centimeters. So it was my take on this that it's too big. It's way too big. It told me to do my rows until I got to row 45, and then I should join the sleeve. But when I put this on, I didn't join the sleeve until I got down to this gray here. The bottom of this gray is where I joined. Okay, I know it's hard to see. Let me turn this. So here's my sleeve, and here's where the yoke corner comes through. When I got to this place, I was still 4 rows ahead of where it said for my size I should be closing my sleeve. Look at all that opening on the sleeve. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I put this on her, and I estimated where I thought the sleeve should have started closing. And I started up here. That was too tight for me. So now I'm down here. This is about right. Now this is, let me see, where are we? We are at the bottom of the yoke at the end of this green row here. Okay, so that, let me count how many rows that is. I know this is confusing, but if you've done this before, maybe it isn't confusing. It's confusing to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 rows on this from the starting chain is where it seems like I should have stopped and joined it, and then just gone straight down from there instead of continuing to increase. Now instead, I'll take these off. I continue to increase much further and didn't join until this spot, but then I sewed up because the arms were so huge that I joined it up to here. But this is where I actually joined it, and I thought, I can't go any further. I mean, I could not go even 4 more rows. That just, it made no sense to me. So I stopped increasing there, and I just started adding rows. I was supposed to do 10 more rows, but I felt it was long enough and I should just stop. So I did. Now, this took 1,200 meters of cotton yarn. I was using the Nova, and I used almost 4 complete skeins of each color, each of the 3 colors. I have more. I could make the length longer if I wanted to, but honestly, the sleeves are so wide, it just made no sense to me. In fact, I may have to frog it back and just make it smaller. I don't know. I mean, if I want to wear it, I want to feel good in it, you know. It just is very, very big. I haven't woven my ends in yet because I haven't decided yet if I am actually going to frog it back. So let me try it on. I'll show you what I mean. By the way, Heidi is spelled H-I-D-E-E. Her name is Heidi. uh, I just pinned some material over her so she's not bright red. Okay, so here we go. This is my Cosmos blouse. Now, don't get me wrong, I am totally proud of making this, but I just think something went wonky on it. All right, so here is the side that is just about, let me see, am I square here? I'm not square because my sleeve is hanging funny. So here we go. Okay, now this is the side that is unrestricted, and the green, or let's see, where did I stop? At the gray, this one here, this gray, this is where I felt like I wanted to stop, which is almost where I have joined it. So a little higher. And then go straight down from there instead of making it another couple inches bigger. Now this is the side that I tied at the place that I thought it should end. The sleeve is plenty big. It's loose and flowy, but it is not gaping all the way down the shirt. So I think that was the proper place. If I was to frog it back, then I would just continue in a straight line down from that point instead of, you know, joining it there, and then go in a straight line from that point. I think I have I might have it on backwards. I do have it on backwards. This is the place where I made the mistake right here when I picked it up after setting it down and went the other direction instead of when I added the new row. So it's visible, you know, I can see it. So I'm going to turn it backwards, and you can see the front, the actual front. Making me warm just putting this on and taking it off. But it is completed. But now that I have figured out all the dimensions and worked through the rows and figured out, you know, where I'd really like it to end, yeah, I think I have to fix it. So that's the next thing I got to do. Now this is typically where I put a project away and don't touch it ever again. So I want to salvage it though, because I do not want, I mean, this is my first really cool wearable, and I want it to be something that I want to wear for a year or two. So I'm going to fix it and work my way back. Ugh. But I just, you know, I want size inclusive to be size inclusive. I should have measured more strictly, but I was making it in the car, and, you know, I'm not going to do that. I had a long car ride, 13 hours, so I just kept going, and I should have stopped, I guess. But anyway. I'm hot. Okay, so I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to, you know, overall the pattern is very nice. I guess you just really have to pay attention and do some measurements and know what you're going for. So I have to do my homework before I finish the project. In fact, before I start the project, I should have done some centimeter measurements of myself to see how I wanted it to look, and then gone through the pattern and adjusted it. I wanted to trust the pattern because as I started, it seemed fine. So that's where I went wrong. Is I assumed since the neckline went okay that the rest of it was going to go okay as well. So buyer beware on size inclusive. If the original pattern is not made and shown in the size that you actually wear, um, it behooves you to, you know, do some math and or have somebody else do some math for you if you don't like math, um, and figure out or move on to a project where you can feel confident that what you're getting is actually um, size inclusive for you. So that is my take on this situation. Now, I'm not giving up though, because I want to continue to make size inclusive projects. And although I think this time I might try somebody who I can trust to do a lot of that math in advance, which might be like Cinnamon Stitches. Go find one of her patterns and do one of hers. That might be my next best idea. So I do have a Mary Maxim project that was the. Now I'm not sure if it was May's project. I wonder if it says on the bill. I'll look on the bill. If it was May's project, June's project. June's project, because I think they're going to ship me July, so it must be June's project. And that one is working up pretty good, but again, it may not be the right size. So it's just ongoing because I'm a big girl. So anyway, join me for the next one and we'll just see what happens, okay? So from me and Heidi, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for coming and watching my videos. And God bless you. I will see you on the next one. Bye now.